Alright, this is Calibos, and this is this is called gosh, I've forgotten. Beyond no, this isn't Beyond the Skies. I don't know. I'm cheating, I'm looking it up. Project Ozone 3. That is what we are playing. And this is the third episode of Project Ozone 3. So we're going to augment our mob farm here slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is not recommended unless you have definitely got your stuff contained, because if this goes wrong, this is going to go wrong a lot. So you take the drop of evil and you right click it. Now, cursed earth burns in the daylight. It only spreads, when it's dark. It spreads like grass, or when you're creating the thing, it spreads pretty well. And it spreads to any nearby dirt like grass does. So if I were to put a dirt block here, it might actually spread to it. I do not remember if it has to be connected or not, but you've seen that dirt does not have to be actually connected. And it negates spawning rules. So it has its own spawning rules which supersede any other spawning rules that you might think should be applied. So we don't have to be all that far away for things to spawn. Marshmallows. Nice. Although I'm fascinated that they are not constantly spawning stuff. It should be spawning a lot more. We should be having a lot more skeletons. I'm going to try again with the living roots, but I'm not going to go crazy with it because we'll need them. It's not doing anything. So let's look into a watering can. So this clearly has mystical agriculture. So once we get to tin and an Imperium can, we can make the tiny progressions watering can. But why would we when we can just make the Prudentium one? So yeah, it looks like the mob spawn rules have been changed slightly, because charged creeper, demon sheep, that's actually kind of a hassle. Like, that is a problem. I'm not super worried about being able to get the things that So what is this good for? Armor plus. So clearly we're fighting wither skeletons. Oh, we can make straight armor out of this. I'm not sure the benefit of some of this, but maybe... Ow. That was fun. Just kicked my headphone cord while I was wearing the headphones. We'll have to investigate, but what I'd really like are regular skeletons. Okay, good. Okay, Corell's tombstone's actually really cool. I've only done a little bit with it, but it's actually kind of cool, and we'll be dealing with Elvis later. Not actually Elvis, but... So let's get our second set of oak chests going. And pop these all in here. So we're almost to the point where we're getting a bed. Bones. All right. So let's check. We want, is it mystical? Mystical fertilizer. Floral fertilizer. So in order to make this, we need a bright crystal, which requires light research. So Botania is actually blocked behind a lot of stuff. I'm uncomfortable with that since it's supposed to be a starting mod, but I guess we're not going to do Botania after all. So that is what it is. In which case, let's do other things. So right off the bat, our quest says clay. So we need to be able to get wooden crucible into wooden barrel, water from the wooden crucible into the wooden barrel, and then some clay. So conveniently, they gave us these 2 glass bottles. I know, right? Gotta love vanilla. And then we're gonna take some cobblestone. We're going to make a thing with the cobblestone, which involves wood. Lots of wood. And that gives us a stone hammer. So let's check to see. So we've got this one, gives us some more RAK. So I don't see any hammering quests. Hunting dimension I'm not caring about. We have all the hunting that we could possibly want. We'll probably make it just because we can. What about... so this we might make because this is a mining dimension and it's peaceful. Can we make that? So we can't make the mining dimension. That's awkward. All right, well, you know, it is what it is. We will move on. We will overcome. So cobble breaks down into gravel, gravel breaks down into sand, sand breaks down into dust. Very simple. And then we just go ahead and do this. Feed it across. So it is definitely time to throw some more stuff in there. We've got a couple of things in here. So that actually gives us 3. I was kind of hoping for more, but you know, do that. Advancement made Endurio conduits. Did we make Endurio conduits? What? I think Endurio is having a seizure. So at this point, we can trade these for various rewards if we were so inclined. So going up here to rewards, we could trade for loot crates. We could trade, well, we can't trade for this. We might save up for that though, because the looting and the sharpness and the extra XP. Wow, that is a lot. So that's a lot of totems to just kind of like be wandering around with. So this is the Tinker's line. It doesn't look like they have too many of these. So we have killed... Now we need to kill an ancient golem. So we're probably not going to kill an ancient golem in that. I have the idea that ancient golems, like spiders, need slightly more space. Still creeped out by the idea of demon sheep. And now, because we are not worried about... 2, 3. Because I thought we were going to need all of this for Botania. So, because I'm not worried about Botania, we're just going to come over here and... Did we just get... Now, this is risky because they can escape. It's going to take a little while, but the cursed earth will actually spread. Remember, we discussed that earlier. Alright, so that should give us the last of the dust. We're just going to keep filling this up. Let's see what we have. So, Corrail Tombstones is actually super cool. I was playing with the guy, I don't remember, was it Butler? And we were playing on the one of the Nemgo servers. I'm a Patreon there, so $10 I get to play on the servers. I think it's actually a really good deal. I haven't actually logged on in a little while, but you know, $10 a month, access to 2 or 3 servers. You know, and it's a good crowd of people to hang out with, and I think that's actually worth more than the servers, is just hanging out with a good crowd. Plus, you know, while I can maintain a server, if I pay somebody else to do it, then I don't have to. Just, you know, it's reasonable, I think, you know, making somebody else do all the hard work. Especially if you're paying them to do it. So let's do that. It gives us 16. I love the fact that this juicer doesn't actually run out of durability. So our next step is we need a bucket. Because once we have a bucket, it makes the rest of this easier. So we've got the clay. We do this, and now we have a bucket. So you saw that we have the option of shears. Shears are actually really quite excellent early game, especially since you can make clay shears quite cheaply. Because you can turn the shears, you can basically harvest a bunch of leaves with the shears, and you get more leaves than you do saplings. Now I can have a tame Enderman. So that's pretty handy. This is going to be cool because we can't otherwise get them, and you can pull them apart into put them into spider eyes, which we are going to need spider eyes later. Purple, purple, purple. Let's see, we need a better weapon at this point. Let's look at our quests. So I've done the hunting dimension thing. I will probably set one up, but the hunting dimension is actually super dangerous. And, you know, you've already seen that the mobs here are pretty crazy. Carrot, carrots, enchanted carrot, carrots. Yeah, you've already seen that the mobs here are pretty crazy. Now just imagine that they are, you know, a lot of them, like Cursed Earth all the time, except not quite as fast as Cursed Earth. So let's do this. 1, 2. So we need unfired porcelain. We make the porcelain into an unfired crucible, which we don't have a quest for the unfired, just for whatever. So let's do this. Oh, nope. Come back here. So 1, 2, because 2 sticks fires a single item. And like I said, I'm pretty careful about wasting resources, even though wood's infinitely renewable. If I remember to plant more trees. Remember, kids, always plant your trees. So wood's infinitely renewable, and with saplings, we have dirt. So we're not worried about running out of dirt now either. As long as we have a dirt and a sapling, we can do this. And there's actually, once we get a little bit further on, there is a better way to make dirt. Well, not better, but faster. So we have tiny progressions in here. So what about a cobble gen? So we are totally going to make a tiny progressions cobble gen. And, ooh, wait. Okay, we can do it with clay. That's the big thing. So we're going to need a second clay bucket. And we're just going to fire this one as well. So at this point, we're gonna figure out how to turn that off. We put that there. We come over here to our, oh wow, that was sudden. Our trusty dirt. And this is not super fast, but it does work. So you'll notice that it says on the bottom, rate 1x, that is 1 times. So it is at a rate of 1, converting cobblestone into lava because of that torch. I'm just impressed with the fact that the torch is hot enough to melt rock into lava, which is what, 2,000 degrees or some garbage like that. And yet you can walk through it without, like hurting yourself. So this is going to give us gravel. So at this point we're making sand. So we're going to take more sticks, and we're going to make a single sand. So in my head, if you have a single piece of charcoal, and you can pull a single piece of charcoal down to 8 tiny charcoal, then if you have oak wood, which pulls apart into 4 planks, which pulls apart into do this again, which pulls apart into 8 sticks. So if you're, because it takes 1 piece of charcoal to do 8 wood, so the 8 tiny charcoal is actually more efficient, technically speaking, than burning the sticks. I just, oh, that's different. I don't know. I'm just lazy. And you may or may not be aware of this, but lazy doesn't, unless you're smart about lazy, it's not super helpful. There we go. So we're waiting for the lava still. Let's go make another sword. Let's also use some of our crooks and get some more apples and things. So sadly, despite the fact that we got some peaches and other things, we cannot plant those. We cannot turn them into trees and or saplings or any exciting thing like that. I really wish that we could, but it is not within the realm of possibility. Oh, look, it's finally spread. But that does give us some more of this. We have sticks. Let's go ahead and make another sword. We're going to make a better sword shortly. And I'm honestly surprised that this one wasn't disabled, because typically they would simply disable it. Okay. hoping... Wow, that one just died and go all demon. That's some good armor right there. Alright, so you'll notice that the cursed earth has spread. So that is totally a thing that is a hassle. What does that do? Did that do a thing? I'm hoping it gave us an extra heart. Guess we'll know in a second. Oh. Let's look at obels. So I'm guessing that we can get extra hearts out of this. So these might give us extra lives. This probably healed us when we ate it. I bet it did. But I suspect that we're actually supposed to make the heart canisters. And with the heart canisters, we can have extra health. Alright, well, lesson learned. Hopefully. I'll probably forget next time too. And that is a valuable lesson. You know, if you pick something up in Minecraft and you're not sure what it does, like, you know, try to figure it out before you just throw it away. Yay, demon chickens. So, technically, I need to be able to kill that, but I cannot. They die on their own fairly rapidly. But if I can kill it, and you have to kill it with magic, then it will open up a specific... Oh, good, we got another heart. It will open up a progression. Pull these out. Milk chocolate. I memorize a drawing of Vicio. Good. Well, there. So what I'd like to do is wait about 140 seconds, give or take, or a minute or two just for this. We're going to get all of the rest of the pieces that we need ready. So we're going to need some more cobble. Had a piece of glass. Got our 2 buckets. So let's get some more cobble. So we're going to need, what, 6 cobble, a piece of glass, a bucket of water, and a bucket of lava. And right now we're effectively just waiting on the bucket of lava. And once we have this, then life is going to be slightly more convenient for us. We're just going to be able to, like, skip ahead. Because right now, one of our big things, despite the fact that cobblestone's actually fairly convenient for us, you know, it's not super convenient. Like, we still have to work at it. And that is the end of working at cobblestone. Ta-da! Cobblegen. So it did eat our bucket. Oh, it was a quest. Lucky us. So now we can follow down this chain, and the further down we go on this chain, the better it is. So I'm going to set up a drawer really quick, because I do not like cobble gems into chests. They really annoy me. I couldn't tell you why. I'm picky. So I think what we need to do is this and that. Alright, we've done another quest. Man, I'm like some sort of accidental quest machine. Are any of these other ones opened? No. So we've opened these. But yeah, we'll figure out some of the rest of this later. Looks like we are making good progress. As soon as we get some automation of materials going, then some of these are actually going to go fairly quick, a lot faster than you would expect to do. So we'll work through that. Once we get a larger area, we'll be able to kill the golem. I might do that in the hunting dimension. The hunting dimension, I'm probably going to set up basically a blind, go in with a bunch of materials, and then just set it up and just make a camping area. And I never explore it. It's not worth exploring, but it does murder you a lot. So we'll call it here. Anyway, thanks for coming. I'm glad you did. If you liked it, leave a like. If you don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. And I hope you guys have a good night.